This is the carbon cycle. All living things are made of carbon, and through processes like respiration, photosynthesis, decay, and emissions, carbon is always moving around. In this picture, carbon is measured in gigatons. There are 750 gigatons of carbon found in the atmosphere. Since carbon is a greenhouse gas, excess carbon in the atmosphere is starting to warm the planet. So what does this mean for us? Why should we care? Instead of telling you, I'm going to show you. Unfortunately, where I'm going you can't come with, but you should be able to see me on this screen. Whee! So, now we're in the past. So far back that humans haven't evolved from cavemen. This also means that there isn't technology to deforest and reforest or burn fossil fuels. In this world, the carbon moving to and from the atmosphere is relatively stable, with a net change of 0 gigatons of CO2 each year, as opposed to the net change of 4 gigatons of CO2 in our time. Look, a real live Neanderthal. Hey, you!
Huh?
Hello, Mr. Neanderthal. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ooga.
Well, for starters, how would you say your atmosphere is?
Ooga.
I imagine so. With carbon output and input at an equilibrium, I'm sure you don't have to worry about things like an increasing burden from malnutrition, cardiorespiratory, and infectious disease due to excess carbon in the atmosphere.
Ooga.
Consider yourself lucky, Mr. Neanderthal, because those aren't the only health risks.
Ooga.
Well, with a rise in temperature due to excess carbon, there is increased morbidity and mortality from heat waves, floods, and droughts. In some cases, all of this extra carbon might bring an increase in cases of asthma and allergies, among other things.
Ooga.
Indeed, Mr. Neanderthal. Indeed. Well, I must be off. There's still more to see. Good luck! What a nice caveman. I should come to this time period more often. Now, we're headed to the future! Whee! It's impossible to breathe here. I might need my gas mask. Hold on, I'm gonna go get that. Okay, I'm back. So this is the future. A future largely run by robots. A future where we didn't try hard enough to keep our carbon emissions in check. Since the temperatures continued rising, there were major plant and animal extinctions around the globe. Between a decrease in food supply and an increased risk of disease, there was a lot of competition between humans. Many were unable to survive, causing a world full of robots. Oh, hello, robot. I'm new around here. Could you please tell me what life is like around here? How did the humans die? Sorry, excuse me. The air here really is awful. No? Oh boy, better run for it. Whew, just in time. Well, now you've seen it. The obvious detriments to raising levels of carbon in the atmosphere. We've learned that an increase in carbon means an increase in temperature, which could lead to some serious health problems for the human race as a whole, causing a not-so-bright future. We don't want that. So what can we do to make this negative outcome less likely? The first step is always on an individual level. There are so many things you can do to reduce your carbon emissions, and you must pick your battles. Here are a few places to start on campus. Burning less fossil fuels is a huge step in the right direction. You can do this on campus by walking more. Being more energy efficient is also hugely important. To do this on campus, all you have to do is turn off lights when no one is in the room, unplug things at the wall when you're not using them. In the winter, turn down the heat and add an extra layer of clothing. And in the summer, use a fan instead of air conditioning. Also, recycle. These are just a few steps you can take to reduce carbon. Like I said, choose your battles. But please, start taking precautions to guard from a future run by robots.